3-0 sweep, baby. Let's keep it rolling. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back into another episode for Just a Bet Outside. I am your host, Steven, and we got some more Major League Baseball bets for you for Tuesday, June 13th. You see this smile on my face? It's about freaking time. 3-0 sweep in baseball. Won our only NBA bet. It was a great day, especially because the Nuggets beat the Heat. First, congrats to the Nuggets on their first NBA championship. That's pretty cool. Good for Jokic and Murray and all those guys. But I get to pie my co-host Ryan right in the face. I can't wait to do that and record it. I'll show you guys. Don't you worry. But he had the Heat. I don't know why. He's a little loony, I guess, sometimes. But before we get into this video, like, subscribe, comment. We got a 3-0 sweep. We can hit 200 likes the next video, right? That's the least we could do. Let's hit it. Hit that like button. Movie Monday review real quick. We went over the underrated baseball movies by everybody. We had some, excuse me, holy cow. I'm choked up by all the movies. So sad. Trouble with the Curve was a good one that was mentioned. That's a good movie. I like it. Clint Eastwood playing the old grumpy guy. He does that in almost every movie. But Rookie of the Year, classic. Henry Rowan Gardner, baby. That's right. I named my MLB the Show, the Road to the Show pitcher guy, Henry Rowan Gardner. What a great name. And then The Rookie and The Natural, two really good movies also. There's so many good baseball movies. There's some out there I've never heard of that you guys mentioned. I had no idea. But anyways, that was fun. I love talking movies. Thanks for commenting. Appreciate you guys just joining in and having some fun. This video, it's going to be short and simple. Good hitter matchups, good pitcher matchups. We got our 3 best bets. Let's see if we can make it 6 in a row. But let's start with that best bets recap. There it is. Hoo-wee! Rangers team total over 2.5 runs in the first 5 innings at minus 125. I think they scored 5 in the first 5 innings. That was an easy cash. Over 8.5 Reds and Royals. That was not an easy cash. Holy crap. 4-3 in the ninth. I think there was 2 outs in the bottom of the ninth, and Salvador Perez hits a solo bomb to tie it at 4, which is an automatic win because somebody has to score to win to make it 9 runs, and they did. So I think the Reds won 5-4 in that game. We got 9 runs. Thank goodness. That's one of those waiting for the good lines too, because when I released it on Discord, I put over 9 because that's what it was at that time. But I did mention to everyone to make sure to wait because I think this line is about to move down to 8.5. Sure enough, it did, and we got a win. So, and then the hitter parlay, McLean and Corbin Carroll, 1+ hit each. McLean got the hit in the first at bat. And speaking of hit, Corbin Carroll, he got hit by a pitch in his first 2 at bats. I was losing my mind. I was like, you got to be kidding me. And then his 3rd at bat, he gets a hit. I think it was his 4th at bat, he also got a hit. So that was a nice winner at plus 100. 3-0 day, up 3 units, 132, 128. Finally back in the positive, plus 2.04 units. Let's hopefully ride that momentum and get rolling here. And but let's start out today with some good hitter matchups. Here we go. We got 5 good hitter matchups for you. It starts out with Mr. Jason Hayward of the Los Angeles Dodgers. He is 8 for 21 with 2 doubles versus Lance Lynn. But this year, guys, he's a different player. He wasn't his prime way back in the day, but he's hitting 233 with 7 home runs in 120 at-bats this year, so keep that in mind. The next one, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. of the Blue Jays, 6 for 21 with 4 bombs off of Dean Kramer. That's right, he is Kramer's daddy. Christian Walker of the D-backs, the next one, 6 for 14, 1 home run versus Zach Wheeler. And then Nick Castellanos of the Philadelphia Phillies, 4 for 12, 1 home run versus Davies. As you can tell, there's not a ton of history and matchups today. Next one, Jock Peterson of the Giants. He is 4 for 12 with 2 home runs versus Jack Flaherty. That's all we got, those 5. Hopefully you can get some winners out of that one, but now it's time to move on to the good pitcher strikeout matchups. All right, let's go. We got 4 good pitcher strikeout matchups for you, and it starts out with the man, Spencer Strider versus the Detroit Tigers. Tigers have the 2nd highest K percentage versus righties in the last 2 weeks at 27%. Why I went to 2 weeks is because they've had some injuries, and I think it's more telling of where their roster is right now, and they've been striking out a ton and not scoring a lot of runs. So that's why we did 2 weeks. So they have the 2nd highest, and Spencer Strider, we all know what he can do. He has 121 Ks in 73.2 innings. He has 7+ strikeouts in every single start this year. That's right, all 10 starts, 7+. Next one, Corbin Burns versus the Twins. Twins have the highest K percentage versus righties in the last month, 30% K rate. That is not good. We got Corbin Burns, 75 Ks in 77.2 innings. He started out slow with K's, not the normal Corbin Burns, but lately he's been picking it up. Last 3 games, 8 strikeouts, 7 strikeouts, and 9 strikeouts. So this is a good matchup for him. Next one, Pablo Lopez on the other side of the mound in that game versus the Brewers. Brewers, third highest K percentage versus righties last month at 27%. And Lopez, 92 Ks and 78.1 innings. We know he's struggled a little bit here and there, but you know what? He's still striking out a ton of batters. So that's a good one there. And then the last one, Jack Flaherty versus the Giants. Giants have the fourth highest K percentage versus righties in the last month at 25.7%. Jack Flaherty has 72 Ks and 69.1 innings. Here's the deal with Mr. Flaherty, guys. He can walk a lot of guys. And as you know, if you're going to take a K prop over and a guy walks 3, 4, 5 guys, that rises that pitch count. He's struggling. The K prop's probably not going to hit. So with him, it really depends on that. In his last 4 games, walks wise, he's walked 4, 5, 1, and 1. So who knows? I don't even think it's in that order. I may have just put those 4 in that order. But either way, he's hit and miss. So as long as he has control, I really like this matchup for him against the Giants because other than walks, he's been pitching a lot better lately. So those are the 4 best pitcher strikeout matchups. If you have any question about these guys or anybody else, feel free to leave a comment below. But it's time to get into the best bets. Let's go. We're going back to Kansas City. We got the Reds at the Royals. Royals money line minus 115. Reds money line minus 105 with an over-under of 9.5 runs. Yesterday we took the over in the total game. Today we are taking the Reds team total over 4.5 at minus 118. All right, let's go into this matchup here. We got Jordan Lyles on the mound for the Royals. Our good buddy Jordan Lyles. He is a good friend of ours. He is like the OG Christmas tree. I mean, he has been getting lit up all freaking season. He had one good start 2 starts ago. I think it was against the Rockies. I'm not going to buy into that because then last start he gave up 5 earned runs to the Marlins. So I think that was more of a fluke because he has given up 4+ earned runs in 8 of his last 9 starts. I mean, if he just does what he always does, he'll give up 4 runs to the Reds, and we only need one more after that. So he has given up a whopping 18 home runs this year. That is just crazy. 6.84 ERA, but they keep putting him out there because they're the Royals and they got nothing better. He has a very low 32% ground ball rate, obviously, because he's given up a lot of home runs. Hitters are able to get the ball in the air pretty easily against him. That is in the 8th percentile, just to show you how bad that is. Other than that, guys, he's just awful. He's just a Christmas tree, and it is what it is. The Reds' offense now. They're guaranteed 9 at bats. First of all, that's one thing I love. It's never the reason I make a bet, but it's nice to know they're at least getting 9 at bats. Last 2 weeks, they've had De La Cruz and they've had a healthy lineup the last 2 weeks versus right-handed pitching. 7th best WRC plus, 5th best OPS, and the 5th best batting average at 272 versus righties. So this lineup is doing well. We've seen this Reds team. They're young. They're exciting. I like this team. After Jordan Lyles, guess what? They have a bunch of Jordan Lyles in the bullpen. That's right, little Lyles coming out of those bullpen. So it's a great matchup for the Reds. I thought this would be at least 5.5 runs. So I'll take the 4.5. I mean, you look at this Reds lineup. I mean, you're talking Matt McClain. We all know we've been betting on him. He's been a hitting machine lately. De La Cruz, we all know. I think he just went 0 for 5 yesterday, but he is an absolute stud. He has the 2 hardest hit balls in Cincinnati Reds franchise history. He's played with them for like a week. Crazy. Jonathan India, Spencer Steer. They got a good hitter and Tyler Stevenson at catcher. I like this lineup. As a Mariners fan, I'd probably rather have this lineup, to be honest. That's sad. But anyways, the Reds offense is good. Jordan Lyles in this bullpen is not. I love the Reds team total over 4.5 as my first best bet. Let's move on to the next game. All right, let's go. We got game number 2 between the Chicago White Sox at the Los Angeles Dodgers. Dodgers money line minus 215. White Sox money line plus 185 with an over-under of 9 runs. I'm going to get right into the best bet to start. It is Dodgers minus 1.5, and we got this at plus 110. So I gave this bet out earlier on Discord to the premium members, and because I just knew this was going to move. And I think as by the time you see this video, depending on when it is, there's a chance it's plus 100, minus 110. So that is the advantage of being a Discord member. You do get the lines as soon as I have the bet. I give it right out to them right away. So I got a plus 110. Like I said, if you get it at plus 100, if you get it at minus 110, I still like it. It's when it starts getting up to maybe minus 125, 130. It's still good. I mean, I still think this is going to hit, but odds wise, I love this at plus 110 right now. So here's the deal. We got Lance Lynn on the mound for the White Sox. 6.72 ERA, 5.11 expected ERA. Yes, he's due for some positive regression, but it's still an over 5 expected ERA. I don't see that regression happening the positive way against this Dodgers team. He has an 8.8% walk rate, which is his highest walk rate of his career in the last 5 years. So not his career, in the last 5 years. You know what I mean. Dodgers' current hitters are hitting 318 off of Lance Lynn, and Lynn has given up 4+ earned runs in 7 of his 10 starts. 70% of his starts, he's given up 4 or more earned runs. Next on the mound, Tony Gonsolin, 2.21 ERA. We have talked about this guy. He is crazy because he's supposed to regress. He's supposed to regress in like the last 2-3 years, but he hasn't. He has a 3.9 expected ERA, but he's just honestly he's just sticking right around that 2 ERA like he does every single season. He's only given up 5.3 hits per game, which is insane. And here's the deal with the Dodgers pitching. It's not just starters, it's a big part of their bullpen. I mentioned this before, I think it was yesterday or the day before. The Dodgers have given up the second most runs in the league on the road. When they're at home, they're much better. 3.13 ERA total as a staff and bullpen at home. On the road, 5.70. So Gonsolin should throw better at home like he usually does. The bullpen should be much better at home. I like them to shut this White Sox offense down, who also don't have Eloy Jimenez because he's hurt. So that's a big part of their middle of their lineup. But yeah, I just love it, guys. This is a great matchup. Tony Gonsolin's not going to give up many runs to this White Sox team. And Lance Lynn, he's been giving up runs all season long. I mean, we're talking an ERA right around where Jordan Lyles is. That's how bad it's been. I like the Dodgers to score a crap ton of runs, hold them down. I almost took 2.5. I'm gonna be honest. I think they win easy in this game. So Dodgers -1.5. I got it at +10. Whatever you can get it at around even money or a little standard juice, I like it there too. That is my second best bet. Now it's time for that hitter parlay. All right, let's go. Let's see if we can hit another hitter parlay, finish off a nice 3-0 sweep again. By the way, before we get into this, I do have a white shirt on again today, just like yesterday, because I'm a baseball fan. I'm superstitious. But it is a different white shirt because I have to, guys. Sorry. But white shirt, that's the key. We're going to get another sweep. Let's do it. White Sox at Dodgers, Phillies at D backs. We got Freddie Freeman and Nick Castellanos, 1+ hit each at -118. Let's start out with Mr. Freddie Freeman. It's going to be short and simple. We all know he's a freaking stud. 348 average in the last 15 days, as you saw in the Who's on Fire segment yesterday. 338 average this whole season. He has 1+ hit in 27 of his last 30 games. Do I need to say more, guys? He's going against Lance Lynn, who we just talked about, has been rocked all season long. This is kind of a throw-in. I'm going to be honest with you. Freddie Freeman, 1+ hit. Next one, Nick Castellanos of the Philadelphia Phillies. You have seen him on some hot hitter lists. Last 15 days, 395 average, as you saw yesterday. 1+ hit in 18 of his last 25 games. No, it's not Freddie Freeman level, but he has been on a roll lately. He's going up against Zach Davies. You saw earlier in this video, he is 4 for 12 with 1 home run versus Davies, so he's hit him pretty well in a small sample size. Zach Davies gives up 9.4 hits per 9 innings, so he gives up a lot of hits. I like Castellanos to get 1+ hit. Pair it with our boy Freddie Freeman, you get -118. Let's get another hitter parlay winner. And those are our 3 best bets today, guys. Let's go check out that bets recap. There we go. Reds team total over 4.5 at -118. Dodgers -1.5 at +110 that we got earlier. And the third bet, Freddie Freeman and Nick Castellanos, 1+ hit at -118. I feel good about it. Let's have another winning day today. It's always tough to follow up a sweep. You got to be very cautious. If you have winning days like that, enjoy them because they don't always happen like that, especially sweeps. So enjoy it and stick to your unit management and bankroll management, all that kind of stuff. 1 to 2 units. Don't go crazy just because you had a winning day. Just some advice from me. But that's what we got today, guys. I appreciate all the support. Leave a comment below. Say anything you want. Help out those algorithms. Thanks a lot. Have a good one, and we'll talk to you later.